Hello. Okay. So I figured I would talk about voting. Voting. So uh, you know, I've seen a lot of a specific narrative that has only really exploded on the scene in about the last 5 months, which is highly suspicious to me. Very, very suspicious to me. And so I'm not buying the bullshit. I know it's bullshit. But wherever you find bullshit, you'll find truth mixed in with it, because that's the most effective way to push bullshit, is to, it has to have it has to have some kind of credibility in order to get people to buy into it, right? And so just because something is bullshit doesn't mean that there may not be truth within it. And so we're talking about voting. Now, there's been this explosive online trend in the last 5 months where you've got like this massive surge of all these people talking about how voting is fake. Okay. Now, this may or may not be true, so we could kind of explore how true this is, But really, when it really comes down to it, and this is something that apolitical people, they just can't stand. They just can't stand to hear this. But it's the truth, so it's like if a person is really wanting the truth, well, the truth of the matter is there's no real way to prove whether voting is fake or not, okay? There is no way to prove it, just like there is no way to prove whether God exists or God doesn't exist. So it's just as hard to prove that voting is real and that your vote counts as it is to prove that voting is fake. And so the whole argument becomes really stupid, because if you know that you can't prove it one way or another. You just can't prove it. Throughout the history of the U.S., sure, there might be elections that are more rigged than others, but that doesn't mean that votes weren't counted. That means that the system was so rigged that they were counting fake votes, So, but then there's the extreme argument that no, they don't even count votes. They just already have the person in place who they want to win. Now, that could be true also, but there's no proof. And all these people that are saying that voting is fake and that people that vote are stupid, they don't have any proof. It's just like the preacher telling the atheist that the atheist is stupid because the atheist doesn't believe in God. Where's the proof? And then the religious man will claim that there is proof of the existence of God, which that's a half-truth, because there is proof of the existence of God. There may be some, but whatever proof there is to support the existence of God, there's just as much proof for the non-existence of God. So it's not really proof, it's just evidence of the existence of God versus evidence of the non-existence of God. And so, but that's not proof. So just because, let's say you are one of these people that thinks that voting is totally fake and gay, that's fine. And maybe you have built up a lot of evidence over the years. But I'm telling you that whatever evidence that you have, you will come across somebody, or even whether you come across somebody or not, there is someone out there in the world that has more evidence that voting isn't fake than the evidence that you have that voting is fake. Now, that doesn't mean that voting is real. That just means there's someone out there that has more evidence that voting is real than you have that voting is fake. And there is no proof. Where is the proof? It's just like the person that's trying to shove God down your throat. The question always begs, where is the proof that God exists? And atheists can be just as guilty as theists, where they try to cram atheism down your throat. And the same question is, where is your proof that God doesn't exist? Where is your proof that God exists? Where is your proof that voting is fake? And then people, and I already know what these people, I call them apolitical people, the people that claim voting is fake and it's not real. And when I say, where is your proof? You know, I already know their answers is, well, there's all this empirical evidence. All you have to do is look. You're just not looking. Dude, that's the same thing that the preacher man says when you ask him, where's the proof of the existence of God? And that's the same thing that the atheist says when you ask them to provide proof of the non-existence of God. Now, how is what the apolitical person is doing any different than the preacher man or the atheist? It's all the same shit. It doesn't there's all these big arguments that people are pushing with religious fucking fervor, whether they're religious or not, that they have no fucking proof of. They have no way to prove it. It's like, okay, do I need to prove that this lighter exists? Do you see this lighter? Do you think this is an illusion? That I just used some of this AI technology to put this lighter in this video? Here, it even lights. So I'm really just a secret agent pretending to not have, artificial intelligence technology to put this. No, this is, so, but even still, is this real? Because if we live in a simulation, then this lighter isn't real. And there is always the possibility that this is all a simulation. That even pain isn't real. Pain isn't even real. So anyways, I'm not trying to tell the apolitical that they're wrong in their stance that voting is fake. Where it gets stupid is where they try to cram it down everyone else's throat like your typical fanatic religious person tries to cram the Bible or whatever religion down people's throat. It's the same thing. If you're apolitical and you believe voting is fake, that's fine. But when you're trying to force it down everyone's throat, all that does is take away from your argument. Like, I don't believe it. And again, let me go back to, there is this really odd, curious, strange, seemingly astroturf phenomena going on online right now where all these people are claiming voting is fake. Do you think that they're real? Do you think that that's real? How do you know that those aren't just Kamala Harris people that fucking hate Trump and are coming on to bitch? How do you know? You don't know. And for me to pose the idea that like 80% of all these people that are on like BitChute and these platforms flooding in, proclaiming how voting is fake, that possibly 80% of those people are fucking Kamala Harris campaigners that they don't believe voting is fake. They're trying to get everyone else to believe voting is fake because they're afraid Kamala is going to lose the election. Would you even care if you had all these liars that were saying that voting is fake when they actually don't believe it, and they are, those are the very people are going to go vote, and they're going to go vote Kamala Harris? It doesn't matter to me, vote or don't vote. It doesn't matter to me if you believe God exists or if you believe that in the non-existence of God. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you believe God exists or if God doesn't exist. I don't care if you believe voting is real or not. I don't fucking care. I really don't care. Now, if you have proof that God exists, well, I do care. I'm interested to see I genuinely am interested to see the proof. If you have proof of the non-existence of God, I am genuinely interested in seeing this. Not because I want to prove you wrong, because I want to know the truth. And if it's true that God doesn't exist, I would like to know. I'd like to see the proof. If it's true that God does exist, I would like to know. I would like to see the proof. If it's true that voting is fake and it isn't real and everybody that votes is just stupid, if you have proof, I would like to see. I would really genuinely like to see that. But if you're just going to just go around and making this claim all over the fucking internet, and anytime politics comes up, that's all you have to say, like a broken record, like, you're not doing your, whatever cause you think that is, it's not helping your cause. Because it would appear as though your cause is you're trying to convince everyone else that voting isn't real. Well, if you don't have any proof to back it up, not only is nobody paying any attention to you, people are going to be more likely to go vote because they're so sick of hearing it. And that's, honestly, to be honest with you, personally, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm not a big voter. Anytime I have voted, it wasn't like I was going out of my way to vote because I care so much about it. I just happened to be in a very convenient place to vote. Whereas, like, it didn't matter whether I voted or not. And I felt like voting because I liked chocolate better than I like vanilla. And so I just happened to be in this place where they're asking people which would they like better, chocolate or vanilla. And I was like, well, I personally like chocolate better, and here I am, and so it'd take me like 5 seconds to throw in my vote for chocolate. Okay. Oh, voting is fake. Don't put your ballot. Do not prefer chocolate to vanilla. It's all a conspiracy. It doesn't matter if you. It's like, what? Who are these fucking psychopaths? They're fucking psychopaths, dude. And not only that, dude, people are acting like this is some new discovery that voting is fake. It's not even real. It's some new discovery. I have seen liberal newspapers claiming that, with the big illustration and the two wings, and it says two wings of the same bird. Like, that is a totally political statement. And these people, they don't even know that is a political stance to say that the left and the right are two wings of the same bird. And you know what side of politics that political stance is? It's liberal. It's a fucking political trick to get people to think they're being apolitical when really what they're doing is they're leaning more Democrat and liberal. So you do whatever you want and think however you want and believe whatever you want. You know, that's the thing you got to know about the truth is there's what people want to hear. There's what people want to believe. There's everything else. Then there's the truth. And if you don't want to believe the truth, that's a political stance to view politics as the left and the right are two wings of the same bird. That is a political stance that leans more liberal than conservative. And I put this statement in a comment section recently where I said, the apolitical thing is really non-existent, because no matter how much a person believes they're apolitical, they either lean more left or more right on the political spectrum. And for people to say that they just don't lean any way whatsoever, that they're just pure, that's like me trying to tell you that I'm really an angel that can walk on water. I'm an angel. You know, or that I'm some mythical creature, like I'm actually a helicopter. No, you're not a helicopter. No matter what you think, you either lean more left or right on the political spectrum. You can believe whatever the fuck you want, but it doesn't change the fact that on the political spectrum, you either agree more with the conservative ideology or the liberal ideology. That's it. That's all there is. It's like if you think of evil and good, you can say there is no evil. There's a Jane's Addiction song that says that. There is no wrong, there is no right. Ain't no wrong now, there ain't no right. There ain't no wrong now, there ain't no right. There's only pleasure and pain. You ever heard that song? There ain't no wrong now, there ain't no right. So you can believe that there is no wrong or no right. The problem is, if you are incorrect in your belief, then you either lean more wrong or more right. But you might believe in your head that there ain't no wrong, there ain't no right. Ain't no wrong now, there ain't no right. There's only pleasure and pain. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. But if you are incorrect in your claim that there is no wrong or right, and you're incorrect, that means you're either leaning more wrong or right. And the reality is, if you're wrong, that means you lean more wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. If you're incorrect in your belief that there is no wrong or right, well then that means you're wrong. You're wrong. But you're like singing that song, ain't no wrong now, there ain't no right. Woo, all right, yeah. And that's what these apoliticals are like. There is no election, everything is fake, everything is gay, it's all fake and gay. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Are you okay? But again, I mean, it's just something to consider, because it's a massive trend online. And trends are always... You should always be suspicious of trends, because trends are always shit. They're always diarrhea. They're always bullshit. And now, I'm not saying this to try to get you to vote or try to get you to, adopt any political ideology. I think what it is, though, is just being self-aware. Sometimes you have to put yourself in. It's like when you watch a movie. I don't want to use that analogy, though. But anyways, it's really fucking like stupid what is happening with this. Like there's this, and here's another thing I wanted to mention. Okay, I have a liberal friend, and he is going to vote Kamala Harris. Fine. I don't care. Vote whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. You know what? Me and him have had lengthy conversations. He's actually the one that brought the quote up to me. It was some famous quote that said, if voting were real, it would be illegal. Which is the same thing that all these people are saying, voting is fake, voting is fake. If voting were real, it would be illegal. And me and him both laughed at that, and we were like in agreement in a lot of ways. Like it's like there's a lot of truth to that. It's like yeah, of course you always have to weigh all this stuff, but to claim to know with 100% certainty that voting is fake. And see, this is the thing. He agrees, right, that if voting were real, it wouldn't even be legal. But guess what? He's still going to go vote anyway. And he is determined to vote. He hates Trump. He's got the TDS, Orange Man Bad, and he hates Trump. So even though he believes that if voting were real, it would be illegal, he's still going to go vote. And there are a mass amount of people that are just like him. They believe it's two wings of the same bird. If voting were real, it would be illegal, and they are all going to go vote. And I'm telling you that 90% of all those people that believe it's two wings of the same bird, and that voting is fake, 90% of those people are going to vote Kamala fucking Harris. So those people that are claiming to be apolitical, they're not apolitical. So if you believe you are apolitical and that you are not voting, I'm telling you, you have this massive amount of people, and the majority of them are liberals that are saying the exact same thing as you, that voting is fake and everyone's stupid for voting, and if voting were real, it would be illegal, and it's two wings of the same bird. And guess what? They are going to vote. And so you are putting yourself in that category of people, and they are going to vote Kamala. Like, they fucking hate Trump, and they are going to go vote Kamala. They don't even care if Kamala is Satan him fucking self. That's how much they hate Trump. And these are the same people that are always going on about two wings of the same bird. Voting is fake. If voting were real, it would be illegal. On and on. And they all hate Trump. Like 90% of these people saying this hate fucking Trump. And despite what they claim about voting, they are going to go out of their fucking way to vote Harris. And if you're one of these apolitical people that's saying voting is fake, and you believe what you're saying and you're not going to go vote, I'm very curious what your thoughts are that the majority of these people that are claiming to be in your tribe are fucking fraudulent fakes, and the majority of them are going to vote Harris and hate fucking Trump. Interesting thing about the voting